Hi dear friends, I hope you are doing well. So today I'm coming to share with you some of the things I really enjoyed in my trip and pilgrimage to Turkey and some things that I really did not enjoy. So let's start right away with the things I loved. The first thing I did really love is this Shah place, this tea place that I discovered in Istanbul in the last days. I've been there for 3 times. And what is really enjoyable about this place is the quality of the tea that I had there, and also this aspect of calmness. Istanbul is a very busy city. You will have noise everywhere. Whether you are sleeping, you are outside enjoying your meal, everywhere there is noise, there is music, there are people shouting and speaking and talking and walking, there are cats, there are dogs, so many things going on. So finding a really quiet place to stay in for maybe 1 hour or two and enjoying a really good tea was so much of help for me to stay in Istanbul. I am empathic and I'm very sensitive, so having these quiet spaces for me is quite imperative while I'm traveling. So that's why I'm starting with this first thing. So I'm going to leave the contact of this place below if you want to discover it while you are passing by Istanbul. The second thing I really loved in Turkey, of course, its history, its temples. There are so many things to see. Whether you are interested in the Greek history or myths, or the Persians, or the Roman passage, or the Islamic tradition, or in Rumi, or there are so many things, or in the prophets, even if it's not the Islamic tradition, but more the Christian, the Jewish, and so on. The history of the country, of the land itself, is very rich and has so many layers. I know even some people going there to visit some places known for the extraterrestrial appearances. So that land may make is rich, which makes it a destination for so many people with different backgrounds. So speaking with the tourists there, with people visiting when you are in coffee or something, is quite interesting to know more about what this country has to offer. I was speaking about the temples. They are so beautiful. I was interested mostly in the Greek mythology while visiting there. So I went on a pilgrimage to visit the temples of Artemis, of Athena, of Apollo, and so on. And they are so well preserved, some of them. Turkey is one of the richest countries that has so many temples and alive spaces still on. You can have even huge cities such as Ephesus, where you really see the old baths, the old houses, and I believe that they are well preserved, they are well cared for, and there are so many groups that work on these sites coming from Germany, from other countries. So it's a very rich history country that will for sure fill your soul. What I really loved also is the museums. I had the chance to visit some museums, historical, archaeological, but also art museums. And I have found too that I didn't see them, on the guides, or the books when you travel to Turkey, but they are quite amazing. They have a very big collection of art, and it's very known for its improvement of art, especially from the 1800 and to these times. But even before, they are known also for the calligraphy, for the Islamic art, and the way they constructed, for example, the Blue Mosque in Istanbul, or they improved some sites such as Hagia Sophia or Hagia Sophia. So this aspect of art is quite rich if you have the chance to visit them. The other thing I loved is I had the chance to attend to a Sufi ceremony, not a touristic one, even if yes, of course there were tourists, but it was a ceremony, a spiritual ceremony, and I have received so many beautiful messages from there. Of course, I will leave the link of the place where I went because I really suggest this place. You might find many Sufi ceremonies, what we call, but they are more touristic. They are void. But this one, I really felt it. I really felt it, and it was in an old hammam, an old bath. It was quite mystic. So yeah, I will leave this link below. And I didn't have pictures for this ones because they want you really to focus on the different steps of this ceremony and live in a transcendence. The only aspect I didn't like in that ceremony is that it was too short. It was 1 hour, which was short for me. The other things I loved is the cost of living or the cost of traveling in Turkey is not like other countries. It's not that expensive, which is helpful if you want to go visit many places. The food is quite affordable. Some museums are a bit expensive, some palaces, but at the same time, transportation is affordable if you travel by train or bus. So it makes it very, very affordable destination and easy to go, especially for young people who are studying or have a limited budget. Of course, you have to be careful. Check my other video, about taxis and how not to be scammed in Turkey, so that you can protect your budget when you are traveling there. Oh yes, one of the beautiful things I loved there also was I got a massage. I got a massage from a lady in Antalya, and it was till this time one of the best massages I had in my life. Her work was very well done, very good. She had knowledge of the physical body and the strength, but at the same time the gentleness, and she had those mothering hands. It was one of the best massages I had in my life. And it's quite interesting because Turkey is a country where attention is given to the body, whether through the tradition of the hammam, where women and men used to go till these times. There are many hammams still active to this day, where they go to have the cleaning inside and outside, and together in a group or with family and so on. Also the tradition of clothing, the importance they give to clothes. And even in the modern times, where I know many people go there for their health or improving wanting to improve the aesthetics of their faces using Botox or some or other medical interventions. So it's a country that is very much linked to the beauty and the aspect of hygiene and so on. It's quite surprising because as much as you can find their houses very clean and themselves also, but outside you can see that they are not taking care of some towns and cities. So there is this paradox that you can see in Turkey, and I'm sure you can see it also in other countries. All right, so I shared with you some of the things that I loved, and I'm sure there are so many other things. I will make sure to put some pictures on my Instagram, also on my website. But let's move on to the things I really did not enjoy in Turkey. Of course, the first thing I did not enjoy is the scamming aspect. As soon as we recognize that you are a tourist, so most of the time people used to speak to me in Turkish. Maybe I look like Turkish, but I do not speak this language. So they realize that I am a tourist and they start charging me an extra because I do not speak Turkish and I am a foreigner. I realized this aspect in many places, not only in Istanbul. In some even shops, they have a special card for tourists and they will charge you more. So this aspect, I really did not enjoy it because it gives you a bitterness. It leaves you bitter sometimes, especially when you take taxis that, you know, try to charge you 3-4 times the price, or you buy something. It doesn't mean that all people are like that. I met very nice people that are quite honest, but yeah, we have to be careful when you are traveling there. The other aspect that I did not enjoy is the noise. Of course, I am used to calmness, I am used to silence, but at the same time, you know, I'm not used to shouting. I met so many people shouting and angry at each others, and you know, it makes you feel really. I did not feel it is hectic, but that aspect of noise is very disturbing. So it was funny that when I was recording my video, the sound went off when I started talking about the negative aspects of Turkey. So I guess I have to revise a bit my list. Everything comes for a reason. So maybe my idea is to, instead of telling you the negative aspects, more directing you to the advices and the tips that I suggest. And please check the other video regarding that. Well, I will finish this with one thing. You know, tourism for pictures. Tourism for pictures is something negative I have encountered in Istanbul and in Turkey and other countries. People come and go to take pictures instead of connecting to the place, to the monuments, to the museums, to people. This is like going to a restaurant and not eating, just taking a picture of the meals, or going to the beach without swimming and tasting and touching the waters. There is an aspect of quantity regarding the amount of things I have to see and I have to take pictures of, instead of quality of time, quality of presence, quality of connection. And that saddens me a bit to see it in some profound places like Turkey. And it also reduces the quality of services that we can have from tours and from touristic companies, because they will assume you are coming here to take pictures. But this is not what we travel for. I was in a pilgrimage, which means I was in a spiritual journey, and spending quality time in some places was my priority. Of course, taking pictures is one of my passions, and I do it and I did it, of course. But it doesn't mean that I won't connect with the place. I won't spend time with it. So it's very important to specify your intention with the tourist companies that you travel with or you hire the services of, to let them know what is your goal, why you are here. Your goal is not to see everything. Your goal is to spend quality time, and to allow you to have that quality time and not rushing you. Because, you know, imagine you are in meditation in a place and people are just, you know, coming and telling you, okay, this is time to go. I just arrived, I'm just connecting, I don't want to leave right away. So there's something about that I didn't really enjoy in some places and some collaborations. And also, you know, that even if some exchanges and some tours were not profound, you know, I could, with some tour guides, discuss and dive deeper in the knowledge I was looking for. So do not hesitate to ask questions and not just to stay in the negative aspect of, oh, this is not good. No, make it good, make it yours. If you are not finding information, the information you are looking for, look for Google, try to find it by yourself so that you have already the experience, and do not let anyone or anything, any experience, any event make your trip a sad experience. There is no sad experience. There are just experiences, and it's our way of living through them that makes them, that change them. So that's why I've been kind of teaching myself through this journey, and also to recognize and appreciate the opposites in the same place. Sometimes you find very honest people, even if they sometimes are, but also some dishonest people and not honest and lying and deceiving. But at the same time, they are all they all deserve love, they all deserve attention, they all deserve our smile. And it's not about what they do, it's about what they are, and they are sacred beings. So traveling in a spiritual aspect, in a spiritual way, is quite different, and it's important to acknowledge that and to live it fully. So yeah, I will end my video with this, and I'm sure I'm gonna share with you more about my trip. So stay tuned, and please visit my website and my Instagram if you want to check my pictures, and if you want to know more about my work regarding the roses. Oh, Turkey was a roses country. Oh, that's one thing that I really loved also about it. Yeah, and if you want to know my work and the different sessions and trainings I offer, please visit my website CoreMagik and wasimagic.com. Have a nice day.